My Intelligent Qigong with Images 1, Bracket 4, presented by Man Tim Lee, date January 2021. Caution: this presentation in part have contents and images that may be strange at first glance, feel disturbed to the viewer. When these conditions occur, you may wish to stop or skip to the next slide to view its other relaxing contents until your mind is settled, then view again. If it might disturb you, it may be better to watch it in the daytime when you are not alone. The Qigong images may occur in any time and anywhere. This presentation may contain different places, different person, different time, and different content. The images appear in very short time, typically 10 seconds, and not repeatable. I record where I was then. It was history. Inconvenience to others is to be avoided. The Qigong images came without words. The author wishes to describe its appearance based on its situation, to let the viewer understand the image occurrence conditions. It might tell you that there is such a kind of image. The other interpretations, inductive conclusions, are all a matter of viewpoint. This presentation may contain sex organ, adult contents. This presentation may be viewed like a photo album. The viewer may flip to an interested image, then to view its content. It shall not affect the understanding to the nature of Qigong intelligence it brings. 607M1 appeared in closed eyes. This morning I awoke, opened my eyes, and closed it again. Then I saw a shadow of the third eye was following the blue arrow, swifting transfer back from far to near. The third eye was the revert view of the eyes. 607M2 appeared in nap. This was a Saturday. I was at home to rest. In the evening 8 p.m., I sat on the sofa and dozed. I saw a series of 3 images. The first image was this. A soul was in flying attitude. This soul had a fan-like tail. 607M3 appeared in nap. The second image was this. I saw what seemed to be a base in space. According to the direction of the blue arrow, it flew across. The image was composed of Qi particles. The top of the structure, relative to the tail of the soul, it turned out to be a dish antenna. The object appeared to be small, and in darkness of night. The pigment on the top was compatible with the dorsal pattern of the soul. I consider this as the transformation of the flying soul into an alien spacecraft. The soul distributed the qi throughout its body. It will transform into this. The bracing hands became the spreading arms of the spacecraft. 07M4 appeared in nap. The third image, the scene changed. I saw a soul body. It waved its right hand goodbye like that. There was a flying saucer immediately tumbled backward and left the place. Dear audience, do you know where this place was? It was on an airplane. See that triangular device on the door opening. Even though I took airplanes many times, I did not notice of the aircraft chamber door latch. I only got this verified until much later. What did this image mean then? Last Sunday night, I rested a day, then took a domestic flight in Vietnam from Ho Chi Minh City back to Hanoi to continue work. In mid-way, the airplane encountered thunder rain. The Hanoi airport could not be landed. The pilot could only slow down the aircraft speed, made rounds for a long time, 40 minutes. It was boredom. Then I fell in nap and dozed. I consider this as during my nap, my soul went out for negotiation, and then the flying saucer sent my soul back, returned to the aircraft. The event was a week ago already. 08M1 appeared in dream state. This morning in dream state, quickly I saw a shadow descend from the sky. It was an information wave image. At a glance, it wore a gold thread costume and a slooped square head. I consider this as a Chinese fairy. 608M4 appeared in Nep. This day was the Dragon Boat Festival in Hong Kong. I stayed at home to rest. In the afternoon, I laid in bed and dozed. I saw on my right eye corner there was a person's head as drawn in the image on the left. As soon as I awoke, my eyesight quickly returned from afar. Ah, through my bedroom window, I returned and saw a couple sleeping. My bed should be drawn centered. This image was a straight line zoom out from the window to the bed. I drew the bed sideways to avoid objects overlapped. I was alone laying in bed, so an image of me and wife would be the sole activity earlier, until I napped in the afternoon to release the information. 610M1 appeared in nap. This day image was also seen in dosing. A black shadow, its back had a dot white light. It emitted a beam of white light and projected a third eye display. Inside the third eye was the time tunnel area. There was a plasma figure. I consider it as plasma because it was like electric arcing all around the figure. When I used the quick blink of my eyes, I saw my soul activity as image on the right. Its chest meridian hole, Zhongtan, was ejecting a beam of qi and two disks of carrier wave. From this image, I knew that the soul had maneuvered its qi. There could be information release. 612M1 appeared in nap. I was sitting in an airplane to Thailand for outstation work. On the airplane, I dozed. I saw a statue of white body, slowly climbed into the time tunnel, the Han Yanoi Canal, optic nerve connection. I consider this statue of white body was a lower level soul, entered the human body, to be reared by the living soul, to be recycled as a form of reincarnation. 12M2 appeared in nap. At this time I was still sitting on the airplane dozing. After the above image, I saw a sleeping person, perhaps a dead body. On the side there was a bearing in embracing young soul body. It was like wearing a white jacket gown. It was an information wave soul. Ah, it had taken the dead body brain. It might worth to note that this white jacket soul had appeared before in previous image 110M2. 612M3 appeared in nap. Later on, I was still dozing. I saw a soul body shooting a red beam into the time tunnel. On the side there was another shadow standing. In an instant, which one was my soul, and what did it do with that red beam? I consider the white one as mine. 12M4 continued. I dozed on the airplane. I saw the soul at the time tunnel. That arching line was characteristic of the time tunnel. The soul was looking at a high-heeled shoe. I consider the soul also interested in collecting high-heeled shoes. 612M5 appeared in nap. Finally, my dozing was ended. I awoke from my drowsiness. In the end, I saw the eye socket in a human head. A soul was repairing the eye socket wall, like so. 614M1 appeared in Dreamsday. This day I was still in Thailand for work. In Dreamsday I saw a black shadow, backside, roughly at the location of the meridian hole Yao Bei. A soul in black yin-sun backed out from there. At this instant, a flying saucer came by from afar like so. It got connected to the right hand of the back-up soul. It turned out the windows of the saucer could be opened, and then two strokes of white light slide down into the flying saucer. Dear audience, what do you think these two strokes of white lights might be? The light could be energy. The flying saucer could be transporting energy to and from the human body. Later on, we shall discover that after the souls were restored as original, it would be returned to the human body through the time tunnel, await for reincarnation. See subsequent image 804M1 and previous 612M1. I consider these strokes of light were weak soul. 614M2 appeared in dream state. Later on, I saw a flying saucer above a person's head, seeing it from behind. It might be my head. I just did not feel anything different. The underside of the flying saucer had a stream of qi connecting to the head, roughly at the meridian hole by way. This could be delivering energy or transporting the soul to return to the human body. In estimate, a human person's head with 20 cm, then the flying saucer would only be 610 cm, 24-inch diameter. 614M3 appeared in dream state. In the end of the dream state, I saw a flying saucer flew by. The soul then raised its hands into the saucer to take two beats. This image responded to the previous image, 611M1 example. This image appeared to be the soul doing repair. Yet, to see a bit more, it could verify that the soul made use of the flying saucer for transportation of payloads. The soul would take payloads from it. The scene zoomed back to the time tunnel. It turned out to be the first image of the flying saucer and soul unloading was a scene inside the time tunnel. At this all scene, under the manipulation of the time tunnel by the soul. 615M1 appeared in closed eyes. This day was a Sunday. Just as I awoke with my eyes closed, I saw two shadows poking by the entrance of the time tunnel. I consider the one on the left as my guardian soul, the one on the right as my soul. 6:16 m1 appeared in dream state. This day I awoke and saw this shadow, and now look like this. I have seen before, as in previous image 6:17a and 6:20a. The difference was, this was a shadow, black color, property yin. It was going virtualization. 6:30 m1 appeared in dream state. This day was the eve of the Hong Kong returning to the motherland, mainland China. In dream state, I saw a spaceship flew by. This could also be the soul vehicle returning to my body. 7:01 m1 appeared in dream state. Today's dream state, I saw the time tunnel began to swirl. 7:02 m1 appeared in dream state. Today's dream state, I saw a pink soul body descending from the sky like so. 7:02 m2 appeared in dream state. Later in the above dream state, I saw a soul body holding a transparent thing like a white rice fish. This image belonged to the first time I ever seen the soul holding foodstuff. 7:05 m1 appeared in dream state. Today is a Saturday, a holiday in Hong Kong. In dream state, I saw a light gray color, umbrella-style soul body, descending from the sky like so. 7:05 m2 appeared in dream state. This time period in Hong Kong, the local is popular with Western movie, Titanic. Today, what was it excited the curiosity of the soul? I did not know. In dream state, I saw what it seemed to be the scene of diving down and make a turn right like that. 7:05 m3 appeared in dream state. When the image reached the horizontal water level, it then seemed I was passing by the side of a big ship, flying towards the tail end of the ship. Only then I could determine it was a big ocean liner. 7:05 m4 appeared in dream state. When my sight passed near the custom cabinet, then I saw a soul standing near the arch of the first image. The soul received a white box. This was the second time I saw such a white box. Last image was 9:23 m1. What was the use of this white box? We shall discover. The content of it was soul material, as in 9:09 m1. The arch was sharp-edged angle, slender vertical surface. The soul had an UFO head. 7:06 m1 appeared in nap. This time period, the American spacecraft had landed a robotic vehicle, the Pathfinder, on planet Mars. On the television, the news were widely reported, and I also paid attention to the news at that time. Today I was sitting on the airplane, going to Thailand for outstation work. On the airplane, I dozed. I saw among a black dark background, there was a land features moving around. It was like I sat on a flying vehicle, flying down by the blue arrow. In front, there seemed to be a huge black rock, like a mountain. On the ground near the red arrow, there was some oxidation dirt. I consider this was the scene, a shrink view of the Pathfinder, where it landed on Mars. Being close, a border would look like a mountain. 706M2 appeared in nap. The image changed. It was still that boulder rock. In front there was another boulder blocking the view. It shifted a bit to the right and settled down. At sight, I saw a soul in yellow color in front of the big boulder. On the red arrow, the soul was bracing its hand in front of its chest in flying attitude. According to the pathfinder camera estimate, the front boulder was 2 feet tall. As such, the back rock, also not big, about 3 feet tall. The soul would be about a few inches. 706M3 appeared in nap. After I checked in the hotel in Thailand, I felt tired and dozed. I saw a Westerner wearing shirt and necktie. His right hand shot out a white beam. The beam aimed at an object like a head facing dorsal. As such, the head changed from black color, yin, into white, yang, as in the red arrow. What is the meaning of this image? I consider this as an exchange of energy. It could be done only at the soul level. 706M4 appeared in dream state. In the evening, I finished my Qigong exercise and slept. In the middle of the night, in closed eyes, I saw a weak information signal image. A human shadow figure. There was, like watching in front, a bearded animal. Based on its strong back, it was a hairy cow. On the right was another shadow, like taming the cow. Watching a Spanish bullfight scenario. I consider this image as external Qi signal received on the airplane. This image might be transferred from the above necktied man. 708M1 appeared in dream state. In Thailand, I also pay attention to the NASA news about Mars. The television news also had photographs of Mars. After the Pathfinder landed there, I wished to take the opportunity and hope to find the other hidden Qigong image from those photos. This morning, before I awoke, immediately I saw a gray color image. It was this I saw on a hillside, wondering which direction to go. Moved it a bit forward to the left, stopped, moved back a bit step. So the image twisted left and right. In the end, the image rushed very quickly to a very far away place, flew straight to a cave structure. The image moved very fast, yet the hillside was very much like the face on Mars in Cydonia. 708M2 appeared in dream state. When the image zoomed in 3 seconds, it arrived. There was an object flew out from inside the cave. This kind of cave was also seen before, squared corner, arch structure. The construction lines were not very straight, yet it indicated a product of artificiality only the intelligent being could build. What was that object flew out? Naturally, I consider it as a soul flying saucer. 708M3 appeared in dream state. Soon later, I entered another dream state. I saw on a Martian ground feature, there stood a shadow figure. As drawn, it was a translucent shadow being. It had a black shawl. Its feet had webs. If the rocks on the ground was 2 feet, The height of the shadow figure could be 5 to 6 feet. In the reality photograph of Mars, there was none of this Martian extraterrestrial. Yet, in dream state, this was seen. 808M4 appeared in dream state. After the above image dispersed, I again saw another extraterrestrial sitting on the rock in above the red arrow. This ET had a bulging head like wearing a hat, an indication that it had a large hindbrain. Its facial expression was very lonely. I found a closer resemblance of this ET face in a photo insert in a book named "I Was Abducted by E.T." 708M5 appeared in dream state. Ah, the image changed. I saw an image like this. It was like appeared in space, in the blackness of a night sky. Could this be a Martian life form? It was a flesh color, striped muscle structure. Near the throat, it had a flag-like cartilage, also in flesh color. The rest of the curly part was like its guts, its appearance associated with Mars. I consider this as a Martian biological entity. Looking back at the above cave image, the object had throughout in red arrow. It had non-UFO shape. The object flew out could be this Martian biological entity. Note: I already checked the anatomy of the male penis on Wikipedia. Negative. The human male penis had no resemblant structure in anatomy. 08M6 appeared in closed eyes. In the end of the dream state, I awoke in closed eyes. I saw this image. This was an internal vision, information image of the eye. When I awoke, all the previous effects of remote viewing disappeared. 709M1 appeared in dream state. This morning in dream state, this image was like looking down from above. I saw a shadow figure shot a beam down, aiming at a sack. Down there was a soul holding a pentagon opening sack, opening shaped like a tortoise, to receive the beam of light. The tip of the light was very little like a bullet. I consider this as a collection of soul material. 709M2 appeared in dream state. In another situation of dream state, I saw on the right a soul was holding a squeezed drum needle, pointing at an animal soul, doing an injection to its head. This day I was in Thailand. There were many crocodiles here. I consider this image as the soul had done to the crocodile soul, an energy renewal or DNA reconfiguration. 709M3 appeared in nap. Until in the afternoon, I already left Thailand, on my way to Singapore. On the airplane I dozed. I saw these two images drawn into one. First was a lady's leg. Its kneecap meridian hole ejected a lump of chi. When the quality of the leg image faded, the no more clarity, the leg turned out to be an insect image. I consider this as the effect of two images superimposed into one, so when one faded, The other showed up. 709M4 appeared in nap. I continued to doze on an airplane. I saw on the left was a person's neck throat area, the thyroid cartilage, and then a chi congregate in the shape of a head moved forward from the right. The head motion dragged along a stream of chi. Became its neck. It actually was just a head. When the head approached near, its eye emitted a beam of light, shot at the throat next to the thyroid cartilage. Was it my throat? I don't know. Yet it enlightened me that there were activities like this. Based on the outlook of this head, it was a Thai god. 710M1 appeared in dream state. In Singapore, I slept overnight. Today I saw a fish. I consider this as a Thai species fish. Chi signal received in Thailand. 711M1 This day after work, I read a book named Return of the Gods by Eric von Däniken. After that, I dozed and saw what it seemed to be the Egyptian Sphinx in transparent see-through view. It seemed that these Sphinx had stairways. Having stairways within Sphinx might not be strange. The question was where, and whether this image was pinpoint accurate versus reality. I consider it not to be so serious about its accuracy, because the need to go to Egypt, have permission to go in, etc., to verify anything positive. Incidentally, in previous image 902M3 from 11 months ago, the image also indicated steps and coffin in the Sphinx. 712M1 appeared in dream state. This morning in dream state, I saw a female dressed in red, black hair, strapped with a white hairband, knocking at the doorway. I consider this image as an external chi signal. 801M1 appeared in quick blink. This day I was with family on holiday in Korea. I used the quick blink of my eyes and saw an image like this. The black shadow was like a soul body standing tilted down. Its head became a display. The image was an internal vision, seeing a yellow band roll. I consider this as an evolving flying saucer. 801M2 appeared in dream state. This day in dream state, I saw a brown spiky hair, like spines. His eyes had a lot of white. Its facial expression very sluggish, like a cartoon. I consider this image a ghost. 804M1 appeared in closed eyes. This morning I awoke in closed eyes. I saw this. An image showing a soul was watching another baby soul, climbing back from the third eye. If I say the soul was as human, would take care of baby, this image would be a verification. If we say that the soul is eternal, soul will not be destroyed, this image would display the reincarnation, regeneration process. 805M1 appeared in closed eyes. This day I awoke in closed eyes. I saw this image. The right hand of the soul was holding a utensil. The left hand was holding a loop hook. Could this be bathing for the baby soul? 806M1 appeared in dream state. This time I was with family, still in Korea. In dream state, I saw an image like this. The environment was in the night. A male wearing yellow jeans. His back leaned on a stone boundary wall. His right leg supporting on the wall corner, sleeping. This kind of stone boundary wall, it belongs to an ancient temple or ancient house remain. 809M1 appeared in dream state. The holiday was over. Me and family already returned Hong Kong. This day almost awoke. I saw in drowsiness my home's external green wall moving. In a turn, it was overshot. Back up again. I saw the window again turned right out. In the end, I saw the lump of chi flew out from the window. Until this time, I was already fully awoke. From this image, I could roughly knew that my soul could fly out and return. When I awoke, my chi received it back to my body. The soul would easily return. Other than seeing this image, I did not feel anything different. 812M1 appeared in dream state. This day I was in Hong Kong. In the morning dream state, I saw a patch of white snow. Among it opened a snow trench and a cave opening. This scenery might not be strange. Seeing this in this dream state was strange. 813M1 appeared in dream state. Last night I already arrived at Malaysia for outstation work. This morning in dream state, I saw what it seemed to be looking down from air, a dimpled tile, which had slight rotation. Later on, I saw down there a section of a Chinese dragon in gray-blue color with a red line, doing its roll twist. 814M1 appeared in quick blink. This time was around 6 p.m. I was still in Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur. After I finished work, I returned to the hotel room to rest. I used a quick blink of my eyes and saw this image. Roughly, it was the changing situation of the soul capsule. In quick blink, unless I faced a white wall, the reality object in sight could interfere the image, making its quality difficult to distinguish. Whether this was a pair of the organ or part of a tissue interlaced information, as more experience acquired, the question arisen. 815M1 appeared in dream state. Morning in dream state, I saw a man stood in front of a whiteboard. He was wearing black with gray-black stripes shining, much like it was made from titanium clothing. It had a Malay head. 826M1 appeared in quick blink. Woke up in the morning. I used a quick blink of my eyes. I saw a transparent view like this. Would you think this was like a crystal ball style space capsule? At first, I supposed it was a body organ. The red arrows on the left might be like the liver's bile duct. Now that I finished drawing, looking at it more clearly, I saw the left arrow part was the feet. The right red arrow was a soul, standing there to release the chi to the other soul's abdomen. 828M1 appeared in dream state. This day in dream state, I saw a house, somewhat like a signing pen with squared protrusions. Yet this image was seen in dream state, like in the darkness of a night, located on foot of a hill slope. I consider this as a house on an exoplanet. 8:31 M1 appeared in dream state. Last night before going to sleep, I watched a video compact disc (VCD) on UFO. This morning in dream state, I saw an orange color bright loop ejecting a white smoke, doing a swing wobble rotation. From this image, I could understand that UFO video could be produced by using a copper tube and bend it into a coat hanger flying saucer shape. Inside the copper tube, chemical propellant could be filled into the tube, ignite it and propel. The copper tube loop would heat up, glow into an orange color, plus some camera effect. It could produce UFO documentary film. I consider this image as chi signal embedded in the VCD video. 901M1 appeared in closed eyes. This time I was already awakened, laying in bed, eyes closed. I saw the image on the left. As such, it was like the soul on the left was stuffing a baby soul into the time tunnel. On the right, the black yin soul was watching, operating, opening the time tunnel like a sack. Later on, I used a quick blink and saw the situation as the right. Not much found. 909M1 appeared in dream state. This day I was still in Thailand, almost awakened. I saw a soul used its left hand to place its picked up object, soul material, into a box. Now that I finished drawing this image, looked at the box again. The shape of this box was my bed at home, Hong Kong. Yet in dream state, the bed size was as big as a box. I consider this as an event at home, the external soul stuffed soul material into my brain. 910M1 appeared in dream state. Last night, I came from Thailand, arrived at Singapore. I slept overnight. In dream state, I saw this image. A soul body had crowned head. It had a chicken face. It was standing in front of a cave. Around the entrance, there was black pigments, like those of marbles. 911M1 appeared in quick blink. This night, while I practiced Qigong exercise, I used a quick blink of my eyes and saw the image like this, like the two eyes opening. One of the opening has a row of windows, information wave. The soul was inside. I consider this as the internal vision of the soul capsule. On the right was a magnified view of the soul, drawn for more clarity. 912M2 appeared in closed eyes. Later on, I closed my eyes and saw an image like this. I consider this as the continuation of the above visitor, chicken-faced soul, 2 days ago. This was a dorsal side of the head and its crowned head. It indicated the distribution of the spines was like this. 912M1 appeared in dream state. Today's dream state, I saw a very far away place, like the circular crater of the moon. In the middle of the crater there was a temple. There was a white soul body paying respect. Behind the temple was a black incense information body. Another soul could be God. If we say dream was due to seduction of the soul by an external soul, then this event could be this incense black brought my soul white to the moon to pray. 912M2 appeared in quick blink. Later I used the quick blink of my eyes and saw the image like this. From this I understood that when I was still in that dream state, the third eye would be open, and the eyesight would be deep. When awoke, the third eye would be closed, the eyesight would be shallow. What it could be seen was the incense outside the soul capsule. The white soul body was the temple, was inside the soul capsule. 913M1 appeared in dream state. Last night I already returned from Singapore to Hong Kong. Today's dream state was a face I had seen before in previous 326A. Consider this was a Martian face. The previous image was triggered by watching video compact disc. After a time delay, then emerged in Qi signal. This time I did not know what it triggered this. Noticed the teeth was very sharp. 914M1 appeared in dream state. Today was a Sunday. 6 a.m. in the morning. I was awoken by my wife's alarm clock. I was still in closed eyes. I saw this image. The background gave me the impression of the mouth area of Cydonia face on Mars. Could it be the teeth of the face be a stairway? The soul at the back in gown, a female, was a gold-yellow information body. It was like it was backing up to this stairway. The soul in front was a male, wearing a suit. His right hand had a golden thread, strokes of information waves dragging the female corpse along. Ah, this was another verification that the soul could go out to collect other souls. From this image, it was uncertain whether it was my soul or whether this was in Cydonia. Image 1007M1 later was another image of soul collection, female collecting other soul. 919M1 appeared in dream state. What could this be? I consider this as the soul body of a horse. 920M1 appeared in dream state. This image was another great creation from the soul. The white color soul was relatively young, had a doodle. The soul was caring for baby soul to return. 920M2 appeared in dream state. This image appeared to be a soul was watching another soul to open a sac. When there was no baby soul contained in the sac, it opened as a time tunnel. 921M1 appeared in dream state. This day was Sunday. In dream state, I saw a flying saucer flew by, made a turn and flew away. Later, I saw a rapid man. In the background was a planet with double ring. The rapid man could be coming from there. But what planet was it? 921M2 appeared in dream state. Later, I saw a shadow, came to the rim of the time tunnel. What it seemed was, it used a fork, made a strike down, a catch of a soul was received. What it seemed was, it used a fork, made a strike down, a catch of a soul was received. To be continued. See the next presentation. My Intelligent Qigong with Images 1, bracket 5. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Peace to the world.